All right, Kenman here. Today we have a Divo Mini Growler. As you can see, this is on loan from our buddy Laid Off Pete. When I met up with him about a month ago now, he sent me home with several knives from his collection to kind of check out, review, share with all of you. Then I'll get them shipped back to him. This is the Divo Mini Growler. White Mountain knives. Dark Blast Titanium and Belt Satin S90V. Let's get into it and check this thing out. I have a couple Divo knives myself. Love them very much. Excited to check this one out. I might have to pick one up as well. Let's get into it. Boom. There it is. All right. Wow. What do we think? Gorgeous knife. We said we've got the titanium and then the S90V, smaller kind of knife here from Divo. Boom. Flicks out really well. Thumb. So basically that's what your options are. Flicking out, thumbing it out. You could roll it out, I guess, if you want. Nice feel and size. This is a smaller knife, but it's got this choke up spot. So when you get in there, I have a full grip with my larger hand, plenty of handle sticking out the back. If I'm here, it's kind of the fourth finger, the pinky kind of falls off in the standard position there, but that choke up spot, oof, feels good. Get in there, ramps up a little bit with a ton of jimps. That's the Kenman style jimps right there. Congrats to Divo. They've done it right. Well, for me. I love a jimp. That's great stuff. Do you like jimps? Comment below. Excellent stuff. Here's the detent. Pulls it in pretty strong right at the end there. Boom. Solid. So try to talk it. See if it's if it was a weak detent. See that? Once it breaks, I'm trying to fail. That first one I did fail. Didn't quite make it out. But to try to get it to pop out, and then you can talk it like this. I can talk it, but when it goes in, it's hard to get it back to that spot. So that is a good detent. A weak detent, I would easily be able to pop it to here and talk it like so. But when it's in, basically that detent's strong enough that it will pop out pretty good. I don't have any issues with it so far. Thumb. And it just drops shut. Look at that. Put that pressure on that lock and just let it drop down to your nail and in. For the lefty, you got to reach over, give it a little twist, but then boom. Great action on this Divo. Divo makes some really cool stuff. So nice looking titanium, kind of a stone washed finish on there. You can kind of see that tumbled kind of finish. That blade with the nice straight grind going down there, that little relief on the top with all those jimps. Solid, no play, of course. Excellent look. So very minimal on like colors, and we've got the black on the pivot collar, and then the black on that clip. Real cool. They are nice clips. They feel good. It's the same clip that's on my tall boy. You can't get a deep pocket carry because it's only going to let you put it in your pocket to there. But I don't mind. It feels all right. If there would be anything I would consider maybe changing is making it more of a deep carry clip. On the other Divo I have, it's got the wire clip. Some people don't like the wire clip, but it does have a deeper carry on that one. We'll look at all those in a second, do a little comparison. All right, so blade is right in the center as it should be. I like this angle. This is a great smaller fifth pocket carry. I actually love this. I haven't had a chance to really mess around with it too much yet or really carry it, but ooh, the way those jimps are and the size. This is a smaller size, right? I mean, I could almost, I can. I like a smaller knife for like a secondary carry. I also like big knives for the main, but I carry usually about 3 knives on me, so a larger one, a smaller one. This, if this was in my collection or I had a minimal collection, this would probably get in my pocket all the time. I really like the feel of this. I like that cut right there. I get my index finger on there for doing some little draws. Just feels good in the hand. So it says S90V right there. Kind of hard to focus on that. Then you have your little Divo knives, DK on the collar. I like that look. That is perfect. They've done it right for Kenman style. Real clean, no big branding and extra numbers on the blade that don't need to be there. I think having the blade steel on there is cool. Having a logo for your actual company is cool. When you get beyond that, I think it's kind of more unnecessary. But doesn't necessarily make or break the knife unless it's a huge banner across the blade. I'm not usually a fan of that. Big Edyard's lanyard hole right there for the lanyard lovers out there. The clip can be swapped to the other side, so that's cool for the lefties. And it looks like, see how it's like the same as that? It looks like you could maybe swap the wire clip in there if that was something you wanted to do. I wonder if there's any other aftermarket clips or other clip options if they have. Comment below if you know anything about it. Like the shape of the, what is that, a trapezoid type of a flicking hole. This thing is a user, a great, if I had this in my pocket every day, S90 and titanium. Doesn't feel too heavy either. This thing is great, as you can see. I do love it. I don't want to send it back to Pete. He's a good guy though, so you know, I got to. All right. 6 3/8. It wants to be 6.5, not quite 6.5 total. 2 3/4 on the blade. You could say it's 3 if you cut that angle there, but yeah, about 2 3/4 on the blade. Also 2 3/4 on the cutting surface with a little curve on that belly. And just under 3 3/4 on the handle length. Definitely a smaller little offering from Divo here. Nice thick blade though, 0.11. And that 1/1 carries out to there. Got a little relief cut up here. All those beautiful jimps. I love that. And then a nice grind on that blade. The choke up spot is where it's at on these smaller knives. Makes it just feel like it fits in the hand good, you know. All right, 0.45 on the thickness of the handle, thickest spot right here, 1.06, thickest on the blade, 1.2, battery will never die, never. I'm just waiting for the day, you know, and eventually it's going to die. How many more is it going to be? I feel like it's just going to be forever. 3.15, okay. I compare everything with the Kaiser Drop Bear, 3.29, so very similar. Drop Bear is a little bit bigger, but you got your titanium on there. Here's some other Divos. Premium Pony Stout is also 3.5, and the Tall Boy 3.2. So we're sitting in that low, close to mid 3s on weight on pretty much all the Divos that I have there. Similar. So yeah, the Kaiser Drop Bear is a great clutch lock, no nonsense, daily carry user. Nice set of jimps on there as well. Bug out killer, good size comparison. Handle is a little bit bigger. Blade is just barely longer than this Divo. What is this? It's a Mini Growler, right? Yeah, Mini Growler. So does anyone have a regular growler? Comment below. So the Premium Pony Stout is also a smaller offering from Divo. I actually love this knife. If these are almost the same size, I could just say this one would be the win. But it does look like the Premium Pony Stout is just a little bit bigger on the handle. Blade is actually pretty close. It does feel like it's a slightly larger knife though, but with that choke up spot, good grip. the real cool ramp right there and that index finger spot and a hollow grind on there. I mean, this is definitely one of my favorites. This is a great knife. Divo, they make some really cool stuff. I dig it. Should I consider swapping in that? Well, I guess if this was mine. If this was mine. Don't get crazy. This isn't your knife. Divo Tall Boy. Now, this knife is a bigger, full-size version. This sold out immediately. Like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, all of them were sold out. They had the second release not too long ago, and they also sold out pretty fast. Really nice knife. The Tall Boy is a full-size user. Awesome style. I have the dark mode version here. So you can see it's easily an inch bigger on the handle, half inch or so on the blade. I really enjoy Divo knives. They are cool. I plan to get a few more. This is the smallest piece of paper. Been doing the paper cut test. Ooh. As you can see, well, that was just bad. That is very, very sharp. 9 out of 10 easily. That almost is a 9.5er, huh? Comment below, how should we work out the numbers on this cut test? That's easily a 9, maybe a 9.5. That was one of the nicest slices. Look at all those little teeny thin pieces, little curls on the end. Great stuff. Divo Mini Growler. I don't know if these are even available, probably not, but I will watch out for one. If they are available, I may pick one of these up. Do you have one? What's your favorite Divo knife? Comment below. Thanks again to Laid Off Pete for letting me borrow some of your knives for a little while. Check them out. Much appreciated. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.